So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? So if you followed us, we try to identify wines that I think, that fly under the radar. A lot of people don't know certain areas, and that's where the value is. And, for all intents and purposes, Burgundy, and we talk about Burgundy being so expensive, and it is. But at the same time, there are values, and I'm going to point them out today. So this is actually a Pouilly Fuisse from one of our producers, J.C. Perraud, as you can see on the label, J.C. Perraud here. And but why is this so special? Well, it's a Premier Cru, and if you don't know, Pouilly Fuisse stands alone on its own merits and its own name. So we can point it out on the map right here. You can see Pouilly Fuisse and this large area right here, and it's just below Pouilly Locher or Pouilly Vinzel on this other side. And we did talk about that too. We talked about this area, and I think that this area is emerging for a number of reasons. But Premier Cru is what we're going to talk about, Pouilly Fuisse Premier Cru, because back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, Pouilly Fuisse was probably the biggest selling white Burgundy that there was. I mean, people just wanted to buy as much as they could get their hands on, and the prices were very reasonable, as you can see from this. But we're going to talk a little bit about Pouilly Fuisse because Pouilly Fuisse was created in 1936. That's the actual time that they created what is called the appellation. But in September of 2020, there are currently 22 Premier Cru Climats, 22 Premier Crus as we call them. And this is from an area called Chantraine. So we want to point that out on the map exactly where Chantraine is. And in this area, Chantraine, you've got 3 Premier Crus. And the one we're going to talk about today is called Chevrier, and it's 11.36 hectares, but 28 acres in size. And we are going to talk about this area because I think that this area, Pouilly Fuisse, from a number of experts, and when I say experts, we're talking about the producers that are there, like Georges Bourrier and Ovig. Some of these people making great wines have pointed out that this is the most opulent of the Pouilly Fuisses. When you say opulent, they want that baked apple. They want that almost that hazelnut kind of quality to the fruit, and they actually achieve that on this wine. So J.C. Perraud, like a number of producers, are trying to identify what they call single vineyard, and that's exactly what this is. This is a single vineyard Pouilly Fuisse, and it's very distinctive from other Pouilly Fuisses. Now think about the fact that there are 24. So there are people out there right now that are making Pouilly Fuisse from maybe 5, 6, 8 different single vineyards, and a lot of them you'll never see in America because a lot of the importers, are really, looking at the price and they're saying, whoa, that's expensive for a Pouilly Fuisse. But when you taste these wines, you can understand that this is the best wines in all of the Maconnais. We talk about Macon, we talk about Saint Véran, we talk about Pouilly Fuisse, Pouilly Locher. But Pouilly Fuisse, especially identified from these single vineyards, are producing magnificent wines. And so this is something that we really wanted to focus on and tell you. But a lot of times, maybe you're out there and you're saying, well, why do they have Premier Cru? And what does that actually mean? Well, there are people within Pouilly Fuisse that applied for the AOC to be granted Premier Cru, and you have to go through a very strict process before they decide that you will be a Premier Cru. And the process here is just over the charts. As you zoom in here, I want to talk a little bit about this crazy process, because basically what they talk about, becoming Pouilly Fuisse Premier Cru is the soil composition has to be Jurassic, which means it has to be close to 200 million years old. That's the first criteria. The second criteria is the slope. It has to be like an east and west exposure. These are not flat grounds too. These are all the best vineyards in Pouilly Fuisse, so they're going to be sloped vineyards. And they have an east and west exposure, so that's very, very critical to this area. And some people that applied for, Premier Cru status got declined. So that's how severe, or that's how select to get to this area. So what happens is there's a lot of growers there that sell to people like J.C. Perraud, our friend here. But, some of the biggest names, and we got a chance to visit this company called Geffen Heinen. And this guy was really over the charts. And, we were really, I tasted close to, I would say, 25 or 30 different cuvées from them. Everything from Macon to Saint Véran. But when I started tasting the Premier Crus, then I started going, whoa, these are freaking like world-class wines. When I say that, you're talking like 98-point wines. So, but anyway, we wanted to spend that time at least to talk about Premier Cru Pouilly Fuisse. Nobody talks about that. Nobody's telling you, look on the label and identify the Premier Cru, because that's why you're spending $35 and $40 on a bottle of Pouilly Fuisse. But again, baked apple, you get all that spice tone, beautiful Chardonnay, 100% Chardonnay fruit, and look at the color. It's like really golden color, and this is a 22 vintage, so it's a relatively new vintage. Look at the legs on it too. It's just oozing down the glass. This is really serious wine. So let's taste it. Oh, you taste that mineral tone. This is sublime. And I'm here to tell you, I've tasted a lot of Pouilly Fuisse in the past, and some of them are like the most bland, ordinary wines that you've ever had in your life. But when you start tasting something like this, that is a single vineyard Pouilly Fuisse, you're talking about rock and roll in the glass. And this is just rocks and minerals and just beautiful expression of appley kind of fruit that, man, it doesn't exist anywhere on the earth. Again, this is David Cole. I'm trying to help identify different wines that I think fly under the radar. If you're really interested, look for Premier Cru Pouilly Fuisse, because these people are making great, great wines. And I wanted just to share this with you. Cheers.